When someone says diabetes runs in my family, therefore it must be genetic, they are forgetting that they also inherit lifestyle habits, eating patterns, and cultural traditions from their parents. Yes, genes play an important part, but it's not 100% genetic. With efforts, you can break the cycle and reverse both diabetes and prediabetes. Understand the scale. When your insulin is completely functional, you're at a healthy stage. When your insulin begins to partially function, that's when you're at a pre-diabetes stage. And when your insulin is completely not functional, that's when you're at a type 2 diabetes. So I'm going to give you 5 simple hacks that you can easily follow and guarantees 100% results when it comes to controlling your blood sugar levels. Let's start with number 1. Have a savory breakfast, not a sweet one. In order to have a steady glucose state, this one is really important. So build it around some protein, let's say eggs, tofu, chicken, sprouts, your beans like rajma, chole, or even a protein supplement. Then some fats like nuts, oil seeds, avocados, cheese, or your paneer. You can also pair a bowl of vegetable in your breakfast, which generally no one guides you about. Or you could add a very small portion of cereal, which means no honey, no jam, no fruit juices or fruit smoothies, and even your favorite packaged cereals. That sets you up for the whole day, no lethargy, and absolutely a great start. Okay, the next one is really interesting, which is called as the VPFC Meal Method, which basically means that you eat your meal in a specific order. The correct order is that you eat your veggies and protein first, then fats, and last your carbs. This is supported by a study published in Diabetes Care Journal, which says that if you eat your meal in this specific order, you can reduce your glucose spike by 39% and insulin spike by up to 44%. So for a meal, it would look like that you eat your cauliflower and capsicum with paneer or tofu at first. Then after an interval, you eat your dal rice or dal roti. Next one is vinegar. Okay, I have to agree. When I first read about it, I thought that this is another wellness fad. But when I actually tried it on my clients, I saw that the glucose spikes were reduced by up to 20 to 25%. This is because vinegar contains acetic acid, which basically slows down the digestion of carbs. Of course, this will vary depending on the meals you eat and also as you accomplish rule number 2. Okay, next one is something that I learned in my college days during my thesis, resistant starch. Now these make SCFAs. What are these? Short chain fatty acids. Basically, carbs are designed to give you 4 calories per gram after digesting it, but these short chain fatty acids gives you only 2 calories post digestion. So short chain fatty acids improves your insulin sensitivity, meaning your insulin is more responsive to the glucose entering into the system and thus helps to maintain a steady glucose state. Okay, what is resistant starch? It's basically a carb that has changed its form. For example, rice is a carb, but an overnight cooked rice turns itself into resistant starch 3, which is basically beneficial for you when it comes to a steady glucose state. So if you love your rice, ek din purana chawal khao. Oh, and since it only gives 2 calories after digestion versus 4 calories of carbs, you also end up losing fat. Okay, now the last one is really important. It's movement. Now this is really simple, and in Maharashtra we call it Shatapavli. Basically 100 steps post your meals. So I'm going to skew this a bit and ask you to use your muscles for 10 minutes instead of only 100 steps. So you can either go for a walk, clean your messy apartment, play with your kids or your fluffy friend, or even do calf raises because calves are good at soaking up the glucose. This can be done at your desk as well, so all the workaholics and busy bees can benefit from it as well. So one may question, will these really work? Yes, 100%. Try one hack per week, so by the end of week 4, you would be able to drastically control your blood glucose levels and thank me later. Now if protein, fat, fiber are words that are not very clear to you, let us give you a master list that covers all diabetic superfoods and help you understand these elements as well as how to put them in the right order. So share the knowledge in the comment section below and we'll send the master list to you.